For years, the world has been fed grand promises about electric vehicles. Yet, until now, no one had witnessed concrete evidence of a fully electric car traveling such vast distances without needing to recharge. That changes today. Confirmed footage has surfaced, showcasing an African-engineered electric vehicle completing an extraordinary 1,000-mile journey without a single stop. The video captures a sleek EV navigating diverse terrains, from bustling urban streets to desolate desert roads, without pausing, without charging stations, and without external assistance. At the heart of this milestone is Maxwell Chikumbutso, a name now synonymous with groundbreaking innovation. His engineering team has dedicated years to developing a unique energy system, one that delivers far more than mere motion. It delivers liberation. Independent experts who examined the footage verified every mile of the journey, meticulously tracking the route from start to finish. Their verdict: this was not staged, not assisted, and not fabricated. It was authentic. But it's not just the distance that has gripped global attention. It's how Maxwell's team crafted a self-sustaining power system, blending advanced regenerative energy capture, state-of-the-art battery technology, and a design so efficient it redefines the potential of electric vehicles. This journey is more than a demonstration. It's evidence of a future where EVs can cover immense distances without relying on charging infrastructure. It's a direct challenge to the global automotive industry, and it's already turning heads worldwide. From engineers in Munich to corporate leaders in Silicon Valley, everyone is paying attention. Insiders at Tesla have begun quietly raising questions. Major oil companies are subtly reassessing their strategies. In Africa, this moment is being celebrated as the dawn of a technological renaissance. But this is just the beginning. The verified footage marks only the opening chapter of a much larger narrative, one about how Africa could spearhead a global shift toward clean, boundless energy and reshape the future of transportation forever. The footage spread rapidly across the globe, sparking awe and skepticism alike. Within hours, online tech communities erupted with debates, while mainstream media raced to confirm the claims. Unlike previous rumors, this one came with irrefutable proof: GPS data, timestamp video, and third-party validation. Governments took notice. In Africa, leaders hailed the achievement as a game-changer that could transform the continent's economic landscape. Energy ministers began exploring how this technology could reduce reliance on imported fuels, while transportation officials started drafting plans for infrastructure to support self-powered vehicles. Meanwhile, in the world's automotive hubs, Detroit, Tokyo, Wolfsburg, boardrooms buzzed with urgency. Engineers pored over every frame of the footage, and executives held emergency meetings. Tesla's top engineers, renowned for pushing EV boundaries, reportedly convened a private briefing, describing the footage as undeniable evidence of something remarkable. But alongside admiration came unease. For decades, the global oil industry has fueled transportation. A self-powered EV capable of traveling 1,000 miles without recharging threatens to upend the very foundation of energy markets. Industry insiders began murmuring about disruptions to supply chains, energy markets, and even global geopolitics. Then there's Maxwell Chikumbutso himself, a figure who had worked quietly in the background of global innovation until now. Suddenly, he was thrust into the spotlight. Invitations flooded in, from tech conferences to government summits to private meetings with some of the world's most powerful corporations. Yet Chikumbutso remained reserved, issuing only a single statement: the future isn't about rivalry. It's about survival, for humanity and our planet. That enigmatic comment only fueled intrigue. Analysts dug into his past, uncovering patents, prototypes, and experiments dating back over 15 years, all pointing to a vision far beyond a single vehicle. As the world debated the footage's authenticity and implications, one question dominated discussions: if this technology exists now, what does it mean for the future of transportation and the planet? In a discreet laboratory somewhere in Africa, Maxwell and his team were already preparing their next move, something even more ambitious than the 1,000-mile journey. Something designed not just to make a statement, but to transform everything. Inside the hidden lab, in a city rarely mentioned on the global stage, Maxwell's team operated in strict secrecy. Engineers moved swiftly between workstations, testing devices that seemed straight out of science fiction. Walls were covered with blueprints for vehicles far beyond today's designs, machines capable of operating not just for hundreds of miles, but thousands. Whispers began to circulate. Industry insiders hinted that Maxwell was gearing up to reveal something even more revolutionary, a self-powered transport system capable of supporting entire cities off-grid. If true, this could disrupt not only transportation, but the entire global energy distribution system. Meanwhile, global reactions intensified. Tesla issued a rare statement acknowledging they were studying the technology. European automakers quietly ramped up their own research into similar concepts, fearing they were lagging behind. Governments took sides, some advocating for collaboration, others pushing for regulation. Then came an unexpected twist. The oil industry began to mobilize. Leaked memos revealed that multinational energy giants were coordinating to counter the threat, holding secret meetings to strategize ways to contain, delay, or discredit Maxwell's invention before it became unstoppable. The stage was set for a clash unlike anything Earth had seen, not just between companies, but between competing visions of the future. For Maxwell, though, the mission was personal. Years of setbacks, skepticism, and obscurity had led to this moment. This wasn't just about validating his technology. It was about proving that Africa could lead the charge toward energy independence. The question was no longer whether the technology worked. It was what would happen next. Would the world embrace it, or would powerful forces conspire to suppress it? The camera pans into Maxwell's lab, screens glowing with data, engineers working with intense focus. Then, the scene fades to black. A deep, dramatic voiceover declares, "The race for the future has begun, and Africa is at the forefront." Weeks later, rumors of Maxwell's next steps grew undeniable. Satellite images revealed unusual activity near the lab, a massive construction site concealed under tarps. Locals reported strange lights at night and a faint hum emanating from underground. Inside, Maxwell was preparing something unprecedented. Not just a car, but a prototype dubbed Project Eternity, a self-powered transport system designed to operate without fuel, recharging, or limitations. His team described it not as a mere EV, but as the first step toward a self-sustaining mobility grid. Before revealing it, Maxwell knew he had to control the narrative. A public announcement would attract attention but also invite scrutiny, sabotage, and political interference. So, he planned a carefully orchestrated unveiling to leave no room for doubt. Meanwhile, the outside world was in turmoil. Governments demanded independent verification of the 1,000-mile test. Tesla's CEO gave a rare interview, hinting at something extraordinary unfolding in Africa. Energy ministers in Europe held urgent meetings, while oil industry memos openly discussed an existential threat. Then came a twist. A leaked video, not from Maxwell's team but an unknown source, surfaced online. It showed a second, larger prototype moving without any visible power source. The video went viral overnight, fueling debates, conspiracy theories, and panic. Social media exploded with hashtags like #AfricaRevolution and #MaxwellProject trending globally. Analysts rushed to verify or debunk the leak, but Maxwell remained silent. Then one day, an encrypted message was hand-delivered to major news outlets. It contained just 3 words: "Watch the unveiling." No date, no location, no details. The world waited, breathless. When the day of the unveiling arrived, Maxwell Chikumbutso stepped onto a stage in an undisclosed African location. Behind him stood a vehicle unlike anything ever seen, sleek, silent, and impossibly futuristic. This was Project Eternity. With cameras broadcasting live worldwide, Maxwell spoke. "For years, we've been told energy has limits. Today, we prove it doesn't. Project Eternity isn't just a vehicle, it's a movement, a promise that humanity can move freely without dependency or destruction." The prototype sprang to life, silent, with no engine noise, no exhaust, no visible fuel. It moved forward faster and farther than anyone thought possible, with live data confirming it generated its own energy through a revolutionary self-sustaining system. The response was immediate and electric. Crowds cheered, social media ignited, and governments demanded access to the technology. Tesla's engineers admitted they were outpaced. Oil companies called emergency summits. Energy markets trembled. Within days, partnerships formed, and nations offered collaboration. But some powerful entities sought to suppress the project entirely. Maxwell, undeterred, announced plans to open source the core technology, ensuring it would benefit humanity, not just corporations or governments. His final words at the unveiling were bold and prophetic. "This isn't the end of innovation, it's the beginning." Maxwell's name was etched into history as the visionary who defied limits.